It depends on how you look at it. There's some good things. There's some things that, maybe aren't as positive for you. From the standpoint of who your leader's going to be, the leadership, them taking charge because they know they're the starter. Those are all the positive things. Then again, right now, we don't want to give anybody, the other side of that is keeping everybody working and challenging and competing and things of that nature for the position. Again, if we feel like when we evaluate everything, if we feel like at the end of the day it's time, we could. But if not, and it could be at the beginning of the summer, middle of the summer, end of the summer, it could not be till 2 days like we did last year. Again, I'm definitely not going to back ourselves in the corner with a timeline on it. But there's goods to it, and there's not so goods to it.
Gene, do you still feel like any of those four guys could win the starting job?
I do. I feel like it's open, and we'll evaluate closer to now that we've reached the end of spring what order we feel. I mean, there's got to be an order somewhere. But right now, again, for them and for all four of them, we're just going to let them compete.
It's obvious to me that Mario can do what Ben did for this offense after being with him for a month. So that's what we expect. He didn't fumble the ball at all this spring. I haven't gone back, and I'm going to go back and put all of his carries on one cut up. But he didn't put the ball on the ground at all, not one time this spring. So that's encouraging because he had to kind of relearn some basic fundamentals, from the tailback position, and it's still a work in progress, but we're off to a good start. Mario run for 1,000 yards if he stays healthy. No question. Write it down, bold letters. It's a combination of things. The offense lends itself to it, and he has everything that you need to get that done. But I have to say, if he stays healthy, because he has a propensity to get banged up every now and then.
How many is Michael Dyer running for?
He gets 1,000 too.
You ever put that one in bold letters?
You better put that one in small. You try at least work with him in practice.
I mean, not really. Being the young one, I kind of get the feeling like I'm the least ready. Barrett's been in the offense 2 years. Neal's been in the offense 2 years, and he's fifth-year senior. And Cam's played in junior college, and he came out, high school, went to Florida. I mean, I realize I'm a major disadvantage, but I will say that we all realize that all four quarterbacks are capable of playing. It's just how I handle criticism. I mean, come from little school. I was criticized, but not too much, and I've never been chewed out sometimes the way I have up here, and it's how you handle everything else. I mean, I feel like I'm physically ready, physically able to play, and Malzahn always tells me it's the mental part of it that's holding me back, and I guess it just never sunk in for some reason. I don't know why, and it finally sunk in, and I was like, maybe they're yelling at me all the time every day to try to get me better and see how I'll respond to it, see if I'm growing up into a man or not, and it kind of really sunk into me, and I bought into it, and it's been a lot of positive things the past 3 weeks. I mean, this happens with every player. I mean, we've all talked about it. I want to go home. I don't want to play no more. But I mean, on the realistic side of things, I mean, why would I ever leave here? I mean, on full scholarship at SEC school, which is my dream. Actually got a decent chance to compete for the starting quarterback job and one of the best offenses in the country. I mean, I really don't see any. I mean, I love the town. A lot of my good friends from high school are up here, and that gives me the homey feel. And I mean, I don't really see any reason for me to leave.
Every time I look at this team on film, it's I really believe that we have a chance this year, and then you go outside the program and you see that Auburn is not, the dominant, fan base in Alabama. But 4 years ago, when they had that 13-0 season, everybody was on the Auburn bandwagon. I think everybody on the team has took that step and wanted to say, hey, we got someone in this state that has been very dominant in the past couple of years, and it's time right now that we get it back. There's people on this team that's ready to take back the pride of Alabama.